Hello there. My name is Logan Koffler. I'm currently a senior here at WVU, and this is my final project for Marketing 345. For this project, we were given the choice to either choose a club at WVU, a small business, or to try to make our own social media influencer account and to either market a product or just grow your influencer account. For this project, I ended up picking the Grow Your Own Social Media Influencer account, and I chose to make it about like rock climbing, mountaineering, and just the outdoors in general. The reason that I chose to do this is because I've always been a big outdoorsman and done a lot of rock climbing, a lot of mountaineering, specifically when I've worked in Glacier National Park the last 2 summers. And I've always been really curious about if I could make my own social media account, specifically a YouTube channel. It's something that I've thought about for a really long time now, and so I was really excited with this project to kind of get the opportunity to make some posts on different social medias and then near the end get to post on YouTube, which is kind of what I really wanted to do. And so then my goals for this project were one, to mainly focus on YouTube, what type of post would be best for YouTube, and to break down some people and how could I grow a YouTube following and like would that be possible in the future? And then also I really just wanted to learn about some others like social media marketing, how can I use other social media platforms like LinkedIn, X, for example, just in case in the future, like I was working for a business that wanted me to do some marketing. I just wanted to have that knowledge. So again, it was really to focus on YouTube um and content creation. The other big thing that I really wanted to focus on was how to actually make content. That's something that I figured was going to be hard and ended up learning that it was very, very hard. But how can I make good quality content that people will actually want to see? And so what my plan was to use a lot of the videos and pictures I've gotten in my last 2 summers working at Glacier National Park. I've done a lot of rock climbing and a lot of really cool mountaineering there, which obviously a lot of content in the outdoor space is about that and about some of the cooler stuff that people do. And so I wanted to use a lot of that to see how people would respond to it. And then also try to mix in some like fun content of me and my friends either hanging out like in the park or just at like local gyms, doing just some small bouldering, like off the side of the road where we found a big boulder, and just kind of like hanging out with my friends. Because I've really, what I learned when looking at a lot of the content in that space is it's either kind of like smaller and not a lot, or shorter videos and not a lot of pictures. And it's about like, hey, this is something really cool that I've been doing. Like I just climbed a nollie or something like that, or it's about just kind of having fun hanging out with your friends. Like there's a lot of videos of people just getting together, going to the gym, and it's just some skit or it's them making a bunch of jokes and stuff. And so I really wanted to focus on both sides of that. And can I have some of the cooler content with the stuff that I got while I was in Glacier? And can I like take some videos throughout the semester while I'm climbing with my friends and make some content off of that? And so that was really what my plan was. And I started with reverse engineering some certain people. There were two main people I focused on. The first guy was Kilian Jornet. He's a really cool mountain climber from France, and he does a lot of really cool projects. Like an example is he just finished one where he climbed all 72 mountains in the lower 48 of the U.S. that are over 14,000 feet. And he made a lot of posts along the way, just trying to grow his account because he also has a brand that he sells. Something I thought about in the future if I were to grow my following is then how would I like work with a brand or something. And so he was a really cool guy to look at. And specifically, I saw with his post is when he was posting about the stuff he was doing, he was keeping it really short. It was just a few of the main pictures of what he was doing. And then in the caption being like, hey, this is what I'm doing. Like, I just climbed this mountain, I did this traverse, and then having a few pictures of it. And I think it really, he got good engagement and it worked well just because it was really simple. Like, hey, this is really cool. It takes a few seconds to look at, and this is what he's doing, and I can follow along. And so I wanted to make a lot of posts like that on different social medias like X, Facebook, and Instagram. And then also the other person was his name is After Hours Climbing, and he is mainly on YouTube and Instagram, and he does a lot of like content with his friends where he does a lot of skits, a lot of joking around, and he has really, really blown up in the last few months. He does a really, really good job. And he has a really, really lighthearted tone. I noticed something that even with a lot of other content creators in this space, a lot of the tone of your posts need to be really lighthearted and fun. It's a really like relaxed nature lover community, and so people don't want to see like anything too intense most of the time. Normally it's kind of like, hey, I want to see fun stuff, hanging out with my friends, stuff like that. And so that kind of gave me the ideas to use a lot of pictures and videos of like me and my friends climbing and stuff showing us together, just because people seem to really respond to the group stuff more. And so I'm going to try to screen share now and show you some of my posts. So here we go. see if I can do present. These are some of my posts, starting with on the left, one of my posts from X. It shows two of my friends, Joe and Logan, climbing just off trail in Glacier National Park. It got some views. That was something I was really worried about with this project going or starting was am I even going to get any views at all? I mean, for a lot of these, I was creating a brand new account with no followers and no nothing. And so I was really worried they weren't going to get any views and stuff. Like as you can see on that Instagram one, that one didn't get a lot of engagement. This one still didn't get any real engagement either. And it was a little bit discouraging, but later I'll show some of my Insta or some of my YouTube posts that did much better. And but just to kind of show like what my idea was, the one on the left is me and it's like just my friends goofing around. I think that if I had been there when I was thinking about content creation, I would have made it a video because those seem to do a lot better in the community as videos do better than pictures. But just showing that messing around, having fun, nothing serious. And then the one on the right is a little more serious and it's kind of showing like Killian, like, hey, this is some climbing I was doing with my friend on this date and it shows just some really really cool pictures from that climb. And I know some people like would respond to that. I'm still kind of thinking about and going to monitor my metrics going forward and seeing if they do better with time. But really, a lot of these types of posts across Facebook, LinkedIn, X really didn't do that well, especially Pinterest. And I found that it really wasn't meaningful to post on those platforms. But moving to my higher engagement post, this is my highest engagement post. And this is a YouTube video that I made. It's a short of me and my friend Brandon just kind of messing around in an ice cave under the Sperry Glacier in Glacier National Park. I think this was a really good video because it shows the best of both worlds. It's really cool scenery. Obviously, we're underneath a real glacier. And then, but it's, you know, my friend messing around and he's like joking around in the video. Um, and this ended up actually right before I made this video, it has over 3,000 views. And that really blew my mind. I mean, one of my main goals that I didn't mention earlier was I just wanted to get over 100 views on something. I thought that'd be really cool if I could have over 100 people see something that I posted. But to have this get over 3,000 was really crazy and really, really taught me that YouTube Shorts will get you a surprising amount of views, even with no subscribers, no prior history. You can still post and get really good views on YouTube Shorts. This was my next most one that had 1,800 views. It's now over 2,000. It had one comment at the time. It has another comment now, one saying magnificent, I believe, and another person saying that it was really cool. And so it kind of did show me that people do respond on YouTube to that type of content, like, whoa, this is really cool scenery. And then the last one that had high engagement was just a video of me and my friends messing around in a climbing gym in Montana. Ended up getting about 1,200 views. And it just shows a quick video of me and my friends messing around while one of them climbs. And it was really, really crazy to have multiple videos get over 1,000 views. It's something that I really would have never expected when I started this. And that was really, really, really cool. And so I kind of learned that for me at least, YouTube Shorts is going to be the best way to start, but a YouTube channel specifically would probably be the best. I think that if I used some really good YouTube Shorts, like the videos I've seen from After Hours Climbing, and make them more friendly, edit them up a little bit more, which is something I didn't do enough, and then post those to see if those could get better engagement. And then start posting longer YouTube videos and seeing how that does. I think that that's something that I'm considering trying in the future. And some other stuff that I learned was just that content creation in general is really, really hard. I tried a few times to like make like skits or videos with my friends, and it was really, really hard to make like good quality content. And that's something that I really did not expect. I really thought that it'd be easier to just get in front of a camera and like for a minute or two just do something, but to have it be well thought out, funny, and to be something that people would engage with was way harder than I expected, and something that I kind of want to keep working on in the future. And I also learned that it's really hard to manage multiple social media accounts at once. Once it got more than like three, it got really, really hard because I didn't use any sort of like Canva, like the app to help me to organize it. I just was doing it myself. And when it was three, it was really manageable. I was able to keep up with it, posting 3 times a week. But once it got to four, five, and six, those were all really, really hard. I really struggled. And so I have looked into that and I've been doing some Hootsuite certifications for a different class, and that's been helping teach me some stuff. But I think moving forward, if I were to really do this, I would probably just do an Instagram and a YouTube account and really mainly focus on YouTube. I am thinking about it for next summer. I'm going back and I'm going to be climbing some more mountains. And so maybe I will try to make some more specific content with my friends there. And if I do that, it's probably going to be on YouTube. And then the other account that we never focused on was TikTok. I think that if I were to do this in the future and really try to like make an influencer account, I would really focus on TikTok. That's something else that I think you can really get a lot of traction on. But overall, it was a really cool project. I really learned a lot about how to make content and overall just how to market on social media.